some Mendos. Peace! Hey everybody, it's Mr. B. Today we're going to talk about comparing and contrasting. Okay, so mirror my actions. Comparing is finding how two things are the same. Mirror my actions. Comparing is finding the similarities between things, or how two things are the same. The opposite of that is contrasting. Mirror my actions. Contrasting is finding how two things are different. Mirror my actions. Contrasting is finding how things are different. Excuse me. So, what we're going to concentrate on really this week is taking it from this, second and third grade idea to 4th, 5th, 6th, and, on through college idea. When we take two texts and we compare the two texts. Now, I really wish we were in person to do this, but we're going to do the best we can online. It is going to require some effort on your part, and I trust that you will put in that effort, okay? So you're really going to have to do your part to make this work, or it's just going to go, okay, you won't get anything out of it. Okay, but we're going to start a little bit differently, with a little different idea, and let me find this for you real quick. Oh, no, we're just locking up, I guess. Okay, here's where I want to get right. No, here. Hear that noise in the background? Let's see if I can get that on the film there. See that? We got one of those remote control carpet cleaning things. Those little, not remote control, he's just a robot. He cleans our floors because I'm really lazy. Okay, so this is one thing we want to talk about. One thing we want to get in our minds is these words here. To, both, also, alike, same, similar, in common, right? If you see those words used in reference to something, that is a comparison. That's telling you how they're alike, right? But if you see sentences with the words but, whereas, however, while, different, or on the other hand, that is telling you that they're contrasting. They're showing you differences. And I'm going to write a couple of sentences here and we're going to look at them. All right, I'll be right back. Let's take a look at this well-crafted sentence right here. Both Mr. B and Superman are awesome. Now, you see how when I'm saying both, that is telling you how they are the same, right? Both Mr. B and Superman share this trait. They're awesome, right? Let's try another one here. All right, let's take a look at this sentence here. Spider-Man and Superman are similar because they both have saved the world. That is comparing, right? That's comparing. And you can see this word here is similar. That tells you they're the same. They're comparing. They're showing a similarity between these two things. That is a comparison. On the other hand, contrasting uses a different set of words. But, whereas, however, while, different, on the other hand. Let's look at some sentences with those words in them. So, let's look at this sentence here. The Steelers are a great football team, whereas the Colts are a little stinky. I'm wearing my Colts stuff here today. So, you see this word here, whereas. That's telling you this is one way, this is one thing, but this is the other way. It's different. It's a contrasting. It's showing how they're different. Let's try another one that's a little more common. Okay, so I've exchanged the word whereas with the word but. The Steelers are a great football team, but the Colts are a little stinky, right? That's showing you how they're different. They're contrasting. Now, this can get a little convoluted. In other words, it can get a little bit messy when we start comparing and contrasting two different writings, right? We're gonna look at some comparing and contrasting here on a Venn diagram, and then we'll get to what I want you to do. So hold on. Now, you may be asked to compare and contrast. Hold on. Let's try again. You may be asked to compare and contrast two articles using a Venn diagram. Now, rather than just jump into a Venn diagram with two articles that may have information that's harder to digest, we're going to look at two things that are a little easier to digest. A fourth grader and a kindergarten student. So, we can think of how they're different, and we would put those differences over here, and how they're the same is where the circles intersect right here. Okay? So we could say a fourth grader is, how old is a fourth grader? You'd think I'd know this, right? Fourth graders should be about 10, right? Maybe 10 years old. Oh, no, it's not going to work, is it? Oh, fantastic. Oh, well, there we go. A fourth grader could be 10 years old, while a kindergartner could be like 5 years old or 6 years old, right? They're different ages. But they both, you could put in here, they go to school, right? That's something that they share. They go to school. What's something else? A fourth grade student can multiply, right? Where a kindergartner may be able to, or they can just count, maybe. Maybe they can just count numbers, right? But they both, what? They both have math class, don't they? Huh? Yeah. So this is how you would compare and contrast. You would put the contrasting things in the part of the circles that only pertain to those two different subjects. And in the middle, you would put what they share. You would put the comparison in here. We're gonna do that with some text. So hold that thought. I'm gonna be right back. Now, I searched for something I thought everybody could kind of agree on that would be interesting, and I think some of us even started reading this. Mother cats and their kittens is going to be one article I'm going to send you, and it's going to be compared to the chicken and the egg. And I am going to let you read these. There are some questions at the end also. And you can see that they're open-ended questions. So they're not multiple choice. Now, if you cannot print these, that's fine. Okay? I understand that, but I do want you to read them because I'm going to come back and we are going to talk about this idea of comparing and contrasting. These questions so this is about one article, this is about the other article, and this is about both of them together. It's going to talk about some things we've talked about before in class, like main idea, right? So, I want you to take a look at those questions. If you can print it out, fantastic. Print it out. If you can't print it out, just take a piece of paper, write down your answers. When we get together next time, I do want to make a Venn diagram of this. Hopefully, I'll be back in school, so I have, I don't know. Anyways, we'll see if we can make this work. It might be tricky. That's okay. So I'm going to include the articles to download. Also, get on Read Theory. If you don't know your Read Theory login, email me separately because I don't want to send your login information in with the group text, okay? All right, everybody, stay safe, stay warm, don't get any COVID cooties, and this is Mr. B saying, I'm out.